people may complain and say it's too expensive, but it's not for you. And I think it's okay. Like, there's levels when it comes to shopping and buying luxury.
Mhm.
And you can't expect luxury and it not cost that, because that comes at a cost.
Hi, I'm Crystal Vega.
Hi, I'm Amanda Booz, and welcome back to Elevators Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. It's early in the morning when we are actually recording the show. And you want to know what's so crazy, Crystal? I was doing my makeup this morning, and I was thinking, it's so funny. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, girl, thank God for our BET Breaks days where we had to do our own makeup. People, okay, let me take it back. So, Crystal, you guys have been watching it. If you are new here, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. But if you aren't, you guys know we kind of started back at BET, right? And I think people have this idea of the glitz and glamour behind working in entertainment. Whatever you think it is,
It ain't.
it's not.
It ain't.
Whatever you think it's not. We didn't walk in our robes and have gowns and hair and makeup waiting for us. No, we were coming off of the train with our makeup in our bag, tons of it, and we had to literally do our own makeup. So I am so grateful for those moments, because I feel like that's why I'm able to just like do my makeup so quickly or just do it when I need to do it. I have not paid to get my makeup done in so long, and I have to thank BT Breaks for that.
No, for
crazy.
real. I mean, I did have like a robe waiting for me when I worked at Telemundo, but before that, girl, it was, and even then, like, I ended up doing my own makeup because you just get used to like the way you look and like the way you do your own face. And yeah, shout out to the BT Breaks days where we were up at 6 a.m. just getting it. Like, oh
Girl.
my God, those were early mornings. I struggled so bad this morning to get up, but I got it done. I'm very, very proud of myself. I got up and got dressed, showered, did all the things in 35 minutes. Very proud
Love
of
that
me.
for you.
Very
I
proud of me.
love that. And you're not a morning person, so I already know like you was dragging, like, but the fact that you did that, I am super proud of you, friend. Like that's
Thanks,
just amazing.
girl.
Yes.
Thanks, girl. I'm
I'm proud of
tired.
you. But how have you been doing?
Well, I was just about to start word vomiting. I'm tired. I'm like on my burnout, like last leg. I'm so exhausted. I can literally do the entire podcast like this with my eyes closed, but I'm good.
Oh, you're gonna get some rest.
Things are busy, but things are great. Business is great, but it's busy, and I have a lot on my plate, and I'm just trying to balance it all and also take a mental break where and when I can. But it's good. How are you?
I am doing great so far, girl. Same, like super, super busy. Just last night we had a date night at my best friend's house. We did Taco Tuesday, and it was really nice to just kind of like, you know, just like relax for a second and enjoy some company.
Turn it off.
But yeah, it's been good. I'm just, girl, being consistent and trying to just keep the wheels rolling. Because guess what? If you're gonna complain, who's gonna care? Nobody cares.
Work
So you got to
harder.
keep going and keep pushing and work harder and smarter. So there's been so much going on in like the news lately as it relates to successful women and their businesses and just being an entrepreneur, where I feel like there's not a lot of grace given when things go wrong. The internet is always going to be there to root you on when you have your highs, but when it's the lows, everybody comes in swinging to attack. That is going to be our podcast topic, so please stay tuned. We're going to explain why we're going to be talking about grace today. But before we do that, we really love that you guys support the podcast. However you're listening or watching the podcast, if you are new, please subscribe and share the podcast with anybody that you feel would really love the show. But we're going to get into a review because we love hearing from you guys. So one of the reviews that we got on the podcast was from Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
And she says, I love it here. My coworker and I listen to the podcast on our drive to work, and we love it. The ladies make it informative yet fun and relatable. It's a very safe space filled with laughs and good energy. Period.
I love
Always.
it. Okay.
Same. I love that. Yeah, so please leave us a review. We love hearing from you guys. And SpeakPipe, if you guys ever want to like call in or just talk to us and have questions for us on like what you would want us to talk about, or if there's something you need help with, tips on, we're your girls. tap in.
Get into talking about grace. We got to give you a little bit of our unfiltered topic where we talk about hot topics that are happening, but just give a real unfiltered, raw opinion on it. And there's so much happening these days. Most recently, the BBL reduction hot topic conversation is going. Like, I don't know if y'all have seen, but if you haven't, basically all these influencers, celebrities, stars have been reducing their BBLs. And I got something to say about it. I told you so.
What? Tell me.
This is why first of all, if you're into it, if you like it, I love it, right? If you like it, I love it. However, this is why it's so important to not be influenced when it comes to certain things like your body and things you're going to have to deal with your health for the rest of your life and the internet will do that to you. Do not get me wrong. So I feel y'all. If anybody has been influenced to go get a BBL and get on the table, because baby, I have thought about it as well. However,
Same.
It's so important to have that mental strength and like that confidence, because if you went and got a BBL because you saw Kylie Jenner do it, now what? Now Kylie got the money to reduce it. Do you have the money to go reduce it? That's another thing. A lot of times when people are doing like these plastic surgeries, not realizing there's upkeep. Like if you do a breast augmentation, baby, you better have that money again in 15 years because you got
they say like 10
them.
years and some less. Some is less. Like
Yes.
if you have any issues, it could be 7 to 10 years. Some could be even 5. So you just have the money ready to go for sure.
Yeah. But so like for example, Kylie Jenner, Bernice Burgos, who else has been getting a BBL reduction?
Black China.
Black
China reduced
looks
hers.
amazing.
But by the way, I love the rebrand. I love Black China's rebrand. But she's somebody that took that, I guess, got her. I don't know what it's called. Like, I guess they get it sucked out. I don't know what the procedure looks like, but she got a reduction. It's said that Kim Kardashian or speculated rather that Kim Kardashian and Khloe got theirs removed. And I will say the girls are looking a little smaller, so I'm not sure if it's for a fact. One of Kylie's friends, Stacy got hers done. And I don't think SZA got a reduction, but I know SZA was very open with saying that she felt like it was very unnecessary to get a BBL. And I'm with you. I feel like the girls were really influenced. And some people just did it because they wanted to. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like I never thought about plastic surgery. Hell, it might even be still on the table. We don't know. But I don't think
it depends.
I don't think
it depends.
I would get I would never get a BBL. So my philosophy when it relates to plastic surgery is removal and not addition. I thought I wanted my boobs done at one point. But then I was like, you know what? God might make an example out of me. So let me not add to something I already have. So I'm all for like the liposuctions. I'm all for like, removing things. It's when you add a foreign object to your body where I'm kind of like, your body never experienced this before. So like
that's what I was gonna say.
You never know what
you have to be careful,
how your body's going to react to it.
And once you pay for it, honey. Like just because your body starts to reject said foreign object doesn't mean the doctors give you their money back, baby. You paid. So you can get a breast aug, and a lot of people end up getting sick from doing it because their body is rejecting this foreign object that came out of nowhere. And same for BBLs. Like BBLs, there are so many nerves in your butt. It's a very dangerous procedure. Just like taking the fat out of your arms. There are people who reduce their arms. Super dangerous. A lot of nerves in your arms. Like these things are really big, invasive operations that you have to think about, like really strong and hard. Like, is this worth it? But I like your theory of like reduce, never enhance.
Yeah. That's my thought. And also, let's be real. A lot of times we're doing these surgeries for these men, and these men don't know what they want to do on a given day, and they're never consistent. So I think if you want to do surgery, I think bottom line, you should always want to do it for you. But I think I like that when people get like their nose augmented or like the nose surgery, that you have to speak to a psychologist.
Yeah.
Because I think that there is like something we have to think about when doing these changes, because one, you may not be getting the changes you're expecting. So you have to prepare mentally for that. right? And it's not going to fix the issue, which is self-love at the core, right? I think that there's nothing wrong with surgery. I'm not going to sit up here and say that surgery, oh my God, I'm anti-surgery. Never. I'm not, because I've also thought about it. But I do think that we have to love ourselves first and foremost, whether we have the surgery or whether we don't. It shouldn't change how you feel about yourself, and just making sure that you're going to be good with the results, like, and making sure, like Crystal said, you have the money to fix whatever said problem, because it's not just the surgery, it's the massages.
Mm.
It's like so much
Mhm.
layers to it that you have to be prepared for. And then also, if you want to reduce it. And I think my stance on this is, whether or not somebody gets surgery, I feel like there's been so much, like, an uptick in social media, people like bashing women who are very open. Like, we mentioned Bernice. She got on there with her doctor, who I think she has the same doctor as Kim Kardashian, somebody in Beverly Hills.
Mhm.
But she was doing, like, I guess, her journey of what her doing the reduction. And I feel like in the comments, people don't know how to give people grace. Like, you guys were hyping her up, like, she's 40 something, she looked bad, da 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 da. The minute she wants to get on the internet and say she's doing something, and she's looked at like, oh my God, like, I guess, quote unquote, for like as a failure or like something negative, because it's not, everyone's not doing it, and people who are doing it are not being open about it. Let's also say that. I think the internet has to do a better job with giving women grace, because when we're in our 20s, when we're in our early 30s, the decisions we make, we're sometimes not thinking about our 40s and our 50s and our 60s.
Mhm.
I have tattoos that I want to remove. And I'm not going to lie, when I got those tattoos, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be removing this in 10, 20. No, but now I want to remove some of them. Not all of
Yeah.
them, but there are certain tattoos that I want to remove. But when I was getting the tattoo, I was not thinking like, I'm going to remove it. Like, I was like, this is what I want to do in this moment, in this season. I'm young, I'm feeling it. And that's, I feel like, how women also look at plastic surgery, is in the now and not in the later.
Yeah.
So we just have to do a better job of giving women grace where they're at. Like, if you like it, I love it. I'm gonna support you if this is what you want to do. But when someone doesn't want to do something, that we're like, we told you so and you should never did it. Like, I think grace is not given out enough.
Yeah. Honestly, and I will say, when in doubt, ask your mama. Let me tell you something. They were never wrong. Like, you said tattoos, and I
Yeah.
thought about it like, yo, I'm such an indecisive person. I'm so happy I don't have tattoos, because I would today want it, in 5 years want to take it off. And my mom used to
Yeah.
tell me, don't get a tattoo. What about when you wear a dress? And like, she would make me think about all these things. I'm like, I am 11. However,
Were you putting on the, like, the sticker tattoos, like the
yeah, I
ones
would put on
where,
the sticker
like,
tattoos, but, like, she would always tell me, "Don't do this because of this, I'm telling you," or, like, even with the gym, like, "Don't let that cellulite catch up to you." Like, my mom, she will keep it a buck, and some will say that it's harmful to your mental health or your confidence hearing these things at a young age, but if I'm ever a little over, I look like I'm a little over a pound or 2, my mom is on it, and you know what? I appreciate that, because me personally, I sometimes I need to be checked, and I enjoy being checked. But yeah, when in doubt, ask your mama. She'll tell you.
listen, tough love. I feel like our parents give us, they know. When we're younger, we don't want to hear. We're like, oh, like, you're old, you don't know, like, we don't want to hear it from your perspective. They live the same life as us.
Mhm.
Like, I look back on things I'm doing. It's so funny, because I was actually going to do a TikTok on this. I would laugh at my mom because she always had her purse and she had a little purse inside. Guess what I got? I have a purse, like my bag with all my laptops and everything, but I got a little purse inside. It got my lotion, it has my lotion in there, it has my chapstick, my, like,
Girl.
women things that I need. But I was laughing to myself one day when I was looking at it, because I'm like, I was literally laughing at my mom when she had her Coach bag, her Dooney and Burke with her small purse inside. I have the same thing. Like, we literally live the same lives as our parents. Of course, the world is a lot different, but we're living their same life. So they know what they're talking about. So we should definitely listen to the things that they are saying and give grace.
Mhm.
Girl, speaking of giving grace, I don't know if you've been seeing in social, but this is also going to be the topic of our show, is Hanifa recently closed her or she's not closing her business. It's a pause. So Hanifa, who is the owner, founder of the Hanifa brand, which is a Black-owned business, a Black-owned and African-owned business, is pausing her business indefinitely. And a lot of the girls are very sad about it. And I feel as though the news of this is coming up now because of some issues she's dealt with production as it relates to her business. Like, a lot of people have been giving a lot of backlash to the Hanifa brand online with just the latest drop and, not being able to get like their packages and all that. So there's just been a lot on TikTok and socials about just negative comments regarding the brand. So I wanted to talk on that. And I feel like who better to talk about that than you and I, two entrepreneurs that we've done things outside of our media career as it relates to that. And we kind of know the flow of that, maybe
Production,
not
for
at
sure.
Hanifa scale, but at that flow.
Yep.
I think you and I could definitely talk on that. And with introing this conversation, I do want people to understand grace should be given now more than ever because our world is not operating at 100%. There's tariffs, there's bombs happening outside, like there's things that are happening that it not only affects our lives as like civilians, but it affects businesses and productivity of that, because a lot of the things that we get for businesses at that scale are overseas.
Yeah.
So I do want to keep that note, and I did want to say that. But I do want to start the conversation.
No,
So
first of all,
I've shopped Hanifa.
1,000%.
I love the brand.
The thing is, even me, like, I'm in the process right now of getting a product made in Pakistan, and I'm like, I hope this doesn't go left, because I have been working on this product for a long time, and I think that consumers don't understand the timeline in which how long things take, especially at a grand scale like Hanifa. Like, the brand is amazing. The quality is always there, which I want to double down on, because a lot of times these days people are launching these brands and they're charging Hanifa prices, they're charging Louis Vuitton prices, but the quality don't be there. So let's put one on the board for Hanifa, okay? Quality and pricing match. Check, check. Like, her stuff is amazing. The style, it's different. Check. You're not going to get it at Fashion Nova. You're not going to get it at Pretty Little Thing, right? But I think that consumers, obviously, we don't care. Like, when we're consumers, we don't care. We just know we spent our money. We want our stuff. However, the internet loves to see people rise and fall all in the same week, and it's disgusting. This is the first time I've ever heard anything about the Hanifa brand, anything about my package is delayed, whatever the case may be. And they are not letting up on her. Right now, in most recent times, she said she is pausing indefinitely, but this conversation has been happening for a while, actually. Like, people have been talking about it on social media, like, where's my package, and so on and so forth. And while I do feel like we really do need to give people grace, because the same way you wait for that Louis Vuitton that you bought 2 months ago, you could wait for some Hanifa. Okay?
Talk on it.
Calm down.
Or the Chanel.
Relax.
Yep. All the
Relax.
all the luxury brands that people love. Yeah.
Right.
Because and you know what? I think not only do people need to relax and chill, like you mentioned, we're gonna feel it when we look up and there's no Black and brown brands out there. We're gonna say, dang, I wish there was a brand that I can wear that resonates with me and that I feel seen in, and I'm supporting another business
that's shaped for your body type. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
That's shaped for your body type.
Hanifa has been,
You know?
like the Hanifa brand has been, first of all, she's been in the industry for 15 plus years, for like 10 to 15 plus years, and has been kind of at the forefront of culture. Like, we've seen her stuff at the Met Gala with Savannah James wearing it, and we've seen so many celebrities wear it, and I've purchased from Hanifa, and like you said, the quality matches. It's to our body type. It's literally all of that in one. And I think as her business grew, the expansion, she's also expanding, meaning she's outsourcing.
Yeah.
So if you have the money to pay for something as a pre-sale, here's my philosophy. If you have the money to pay for something as a pre-sale, then why are you looking for it next week?
Go ahead and eat them up. Go ahead and eat them up because that was going to be my next topic.
Why are you looking for it next week?
Listen,
And if you don't, and if you're planning a trip around that, get a backup. Get a backup item. There's a reason. A pre-sale means that you're paying for something in advance, then it has to go into production. And that what people aren't realizing is then Hanifa and her company and how she runs her company, they also have to go through quality control. We don't know if there's issues with how things came back and it had to get sent back to the manufacturer. Like there's so much, like, I want people to know that when you see a business, like you see Crystal, you see myself, Amanda, or you see Hanifa or anyone else, it's not always us running it. Like she has a team and a production and like other people that are behind the scenes that are literally making these things come to life. And I think a lot of times we attack the person, but we don't realize like business has a certain infrastructure.
yeah.
So if you don't have that money to wait, don't buy it. Go to Fashion Nova. Go to what is it, Zara or any, and I also have shopped at Fashion Nova, have shopped at Zara, nothing wrong with it. But if
No,
you
but if you
want
want it
something
next week, then
quickly,
go to fast fashion. But Hanifa is not fast fashion, so don't think you're gonna get your stuff fast because you're not. It's not fast fashion. It's literally custom tailored to her season. She's not producing things based on trends. You get what I'm saying? And I think, like I said,
yeah,
this is the first time we've ever heard anything. And even if something was, it didn't match exactly what you saw online, it also wouldn't be the first time that you bought something and then it didn't get there. I just think that in general, I just think that we love to hype people up and in the same breath tear them right back down because it didn't happen in the same time frame you thought it was. And I get it. People are spending their hard-earned money, which to your point, if you didn't have it, I know it's going to sting, but you probably shouldn't have bought it in the first place. That's another topic. We going to save that for our finance episode. However, you just have
it's
to be
true.
you have to be patient, but as a business owner also, there's the flip side of the coin where you know how this goes.
Hmm.
Sometimes, manufacturers, they mess up, they don't get it right, there's delays. Granted, we live in a world where right now we don't know today, we ain't no tariffs, tomorrow Donald Trump closes all the ports. We really don't know what's going on, but as a business owner, I think it's super important and for me, what I'm taking from this situation as a whole is that you have to know when to pause. She was also balancing being postpartum, which is a whole animal in itself, right? So she's balancing being postpartum, launching a
With two
brand.
kids,
Yeah,
by the
2
way. Yeah,
kids, and it's like, you know what? We very often like to feel like we can do it all, and it's just not possible. I don't care what the internet lets it seem like or makes it seem like that you can do this, that, and a third. Yeah, you can do things, but something's gonna lack in your life. And unfortunately, in this
yeah,
situation, what lacked for her is the release of her line.
yeah. I want to ask a question here for our listeners and anyone who's watching is we love cheering each other on when it's good, but like, do we really give women grace though? Like, do you really honestly feel like women who are successful, or some people might be like, oh, she got it. I hate that. She got it because it appears that she's doing really well, that we don't think that they can have problems. Like, I don't know if people really truly believe in giving people grace. And I'm thinking about the brand, like Hanifa's brand. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember back in COVID where she had the iconic virtual
She
fashion
changed
show
the
where she
game.
did the 3D. Like, girl,
She
what?
changed the game. She changed the fashion industry. Now brands are doing that 3D runway. Now brands are doing the whole 3D, mannequins online. She changed the game.
Changed it.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Changed it. So much so that those fast fashion brands that I've mentioned also replicate her stuff. So she's literally a pioneer in what she is doing. And I'm hoping the pause that she takes isn't long, but for whatever time that she needs, I think, we have to support her decision to pause. But like, I love that you said, as a business owner, you do have to know when to pause. Like, you have to know when you have to say something. And I know it's very difficult to have that conversation, but I'm happy to know that she said, it's a pause. We are not closing. So we're going to figure this out. That's what it's giving. I'm taking away that she's going to figure it out and kind of like going back to the drawing board and come back to what she wants Hanifa to represent.
And honestly, if you got to take an L, take an L. Give everybody their money back and shut them up. Give everybody their money back and quiet them down. You get what I'm saying? But you know what? As Black and brown women, I want us to have more audacity. Like, apologize and move on. Don't sit in it. Like, it is what it is. There are multiple brands that do this. It wasn't like she's stealing people's money. It was a delay in production. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. Brands do this all the time. And we're not talking about a fast fashion brand. We're talking about a brand that is great quality, has been around for a very long time, is a pioneer in fashion. Have audacity. Apologize and move on. Yeah, it happened.
There's nothing wrong with having a negative experience with a brand and feeling very upset about something and talking to your homegirls. Like, I could call Crystal and be like, girl, I ordered this thing and still didn't come in yet. But it takes a special type of person to go on the internet and then voice that, because I don't think people realize how much power is in social media and how something like that has a domino effect. So it's one thing to like talk about you being upset with something that went wrong with an order via your friends. And it's another thing to go online and like put a think piece out about it, because that just puts a negative energy in the atmosphere. Let's also understand, women own businesses and men own businesses. They get two different energies. I feel like a lot of the times, especially Black women, we are expected to be perfect. We are expected to have no flaws. There's plenty of luxury brands that we've mentioned that have had flaws. Like, we talk about like Chanel all the time on the show sometimes. Like, their product is not the same. Like, their stitching is very cheap.
And you
like,
think
it doesn't
Chanel
look the
cares? They don't
same.
listen to me. They don't listen to you.
They don't
and
care
still
because the money is
trucking.
still going to be spent, and they are not perfect. Like, I just really want us to understand there are people behind these things. It's not AI. It's not fake. Like, there's actually like human beings who have families that they have to take care of, and so much more layers to it, that women just deserve so much more grace. And we are still living in like a sexist society. We are still living in like, just a place where I feel like women just don't, like, they're supposed to be super successful, but then they're criticized way harder than men. They're criticized like to the point where it's like, we want to just cut back. Like, we don't even want to do this anymore because you're not giving us the same energy you're giving Ben, James, and Tom over there. You're not doing that. Like, so I don't know. I really hate that Black and brown women feel like we have to show up perfectly when we are founders and business owners and are not given the same grace that men are.
Yeah.
It's
You know what,
really
though?
upsetting.
I'll say one thing that I've learned, and if anybody's listening who's an entrepreneur, like building something, is the key is reaching out to people before they reach out to you. And I will say that I did see people talking about that they weren't like receiving proper communication. Communication is so important. And I have worked in many industries separately from like what I do now. I've worked in customer service. I've worked in retail. I've worked in hospitality, which I recommend everybody should work at one point in their life because it really does shape your character and how you move in society. But that said, it's so important when you are running something to communicate, to look for people before they look for you. Because once people start looking for you, they're already at an impatient point. So you have to communicate, hey, I know you're waiting. This is what's happening. We appreciate your patience. The next time, hey, I'm so sorry. It's still a delay. Here's a discount for your future purchase. That's another thing too. Like, you have to, massage your customers.
Accommodate.
You gotta accommodate. There's always like a flip side, right? So like, yeah, we're talking about giving grace, but like as an entrepreneur in a business, my advice would be reach out to people before they reach out to you, because by the time they reach out to you, they already don't have any patience. So
Yeah.
you want to make sure you're doing all that you can just to communicate. There's so much power in communication. There's power in knowing when to pause. And there's power in just having audacity and saying, okay, yeah, I apologize. We're moving on now. Because guess what? When that next drop, we going to swipe. And it is what it is.
That's a bar. When the next drop, we go swipe. I love that. No, I agree. That's very important is communication and customer service. Like having an elite customer service department when you get to that level where you can hire somebody to just handle that. And even if you have like a live agent on your website that they can literally just answer questions and like literally give people what they need in real time is amazing. Because I've experienced that. Like, I think I had an issue with some gym pants, and I know it's really petty. I don't care. But I ordered some tights, some gym tights, because one of my girlfriends was like, "Oh my gosh, these gym pants are so like good." And I've never had this issue, Crystal. I split my pants. I was out in the streets running
Gym
errands.
pants splitting is insane. Immediately giving my
And
money
you know
back.
what? I'm gonna say the brand because I don't care. It's called Women's Best, and I think it's a European brand, and it's not I'm not saying it because I don't care in the sense of, like, don't shop, because I was still willing to, like, go buy stuff. I'm saying it in the sense of I just wanna be transparent about what it was. And the pants split, and I was like, "Okay, bet." I didn't say anything. I had ordered 2 pants. The second pant split.
Oh.
I'm like, "Okay, so this is literally, like, an occurrence with these pants." So the lady like, I emailed them, and they got back to me, like, within 48 hours, and they were literally like, "Hey, can you send us, whatever information about the pants?" I sent photos and everything, and they sent me my refund.
Period.
I was a little irritated that I even had to, like, do that, but I was super appreciative of the fact that they acknowledged the issue, responded to my email, and they sent me my money back, and now I might be more inclined to maybe get a different size. Like, I might
Yeah.
be like, "Okay, let me go back and get a
Yeah.
different size."
You gotta solve the problem. You have to solve the problem. You have to keep people wanting to
Yeah.
invest in the brand. And especially right now, I know I say, like, if you don't got the money, don't spend it. Yeah, you really shouldn't. However, if there are people who are choosing to spend the money that they have right now in these times where we don't know what's up, down, left, or right next week, so everybody should be saving their coins, you have to appreciate your customers too. You have to appreciate your customers.
Yeah.
Even if you just setting a small discount, 5%, 10% free shipping, I'll take it. I will take it. And
Agree.
also I'll
I
say
agree.
too, can you have somebody from the States work your customer service, please and thank you? Because I don't want to deal with no more AI. I want to deal with somebody who understands exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, and who knows exactly where I'm coming from. Put somebody on the
I'm
phone. Put
laughing.
somebody on the phone. I
I'm
don't wanna see.
laughing
I hate when a
because
robot asks me if I'm a robot. Put somebody on the phone now.
answer the Google images. I'm so like I'll zoom into them. I need a magnifying glass because I'm like I see a little piece of the stoplight over on this picture. Like, do I click on that one too? Because I know I'm not a robot. So I feel you on that. I just think that we're never going to be going back to a person on the phone. It's going to be robot all the way. We're
Ridiculous.
AI. We're going to be AI all the way. It's kind of scary, but that's the reality. I'm glad we're having this conversation. And I'm hoping that the Hanifa brand, comes back stronger
Mhm.
more than ever because I love seeing, African designers doing their thing. And as a luxury brand, like, that's amazing. Like, we don't realize just how powerful that is. There's lack of diversity in fashion sometimes. And I just love whenever I see someone like Hanifa, a Laquan Smith, like, like there's just like there's just it's just beautiful to me. I love that. And I think it means so much more when you spend your money and you wear something that the person looks like you. And I love that. So
Yeah.
hopefully she comes back stronger than ever and everyone who's not meant to shop the brand, don't shop the brand.
Hello.
Because everything isn't for everybody.
That's
And
another
we have
thing,
to
know
stop
your customer.
yeah, know your customer, and if the price has to go up, the price has to go up, and that's okay. And that weeds out. Listen, people may complain and say it's too expensive, but it's not for you. And I think it's okay. Like, there's levels when it comes to shopping and buying luxury. And you can't expect luxury and it not cost that, because that comes at a cost. Like, you want the fabrics to be made well. You want to be able to rewear it multiple times. You want to be able to, whether you want to wash it in the washing machine, take it to the cleaners. You want to have, I have clothing items that I've had for years. You want to have things that you have for a long time. You want to build your, your wardrobe. You have a collection you want to build in your closet. And you can't do that and expect it to be with a Black-owned business and bash them and expect that they're not going to pause.
It's underfunded, by the way. Probably self-funded.
Yeah.
For all
For
we
sure.
know, And
For
you know
sure.
what, too? Like, again, for the entrepreneurs that are listening, scale back to scale up. Less people, higher prices. That's okay, because that also equals less headache. I think a lot of times when we think about growth, it's always more people. And it don't always gotta be more people. It could be less people, higher prices. So yeah, hopefully she comes back, raises the price, raises the bar on bitches, and just really, just comes back, like, dust that off, because her line is actually beautiful. Her brand is beautiful. Her quality is amazing. And I'm such a stickler about quality, like, when I am spending my money like that. So I just hope that this is a learning lesson for everybody. Give her grace, but also know when to pause. Know when to be like, okay, I'm dragging it. I got to give these people their money back. Or I have to send out a mass email that says this collection is canceled and we're going to have to pivot, or you're going to have to wait till September of 2027 or whatever it is.
Exactly. No, I agree. I love that we had this conversation. If you enjoyed our episode today, please like, share, comment, and definitely leave us a review. That's how other beautiful people find out about our podcast show as we are continuing to grow here. This has been great, girl.
Yes.
I love that we did this. And now we can continue on with our day.
Right. Bye.
Bye, y'all.